I know there's a lot of Tony fans out there hurting right now. But you gotta think about it like this. Tony Ferguson is kind of the lightweight champion. Kind of. Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Jesse and I'm the founder and grandmaster of MMA, Mexican martial arts. This video was sponsored by the last wallet that you will ever need, the Ridge wallet. More on that later. If you like these breakdowns and you're one of the fools that leaves comments on all the videos that I make saying to leave more breakdowns, then please don't forget to like, comment, and watch the whole video so that YouTube will show it to more people. UFC 261 was a hard act to follow, but UFC 262 tried its very best, and some very interesting moments came out of it. Was it crazy that Lando Venata won by split decision after putting on such a flawless victory? Yes.
Scorecards had me second guessing my life for a second just now.
But what was even crazier was a fight that broke out in the stands at the same time. That's how good the Venata fight was. It was contagious. Did DC get distracted and start commentating the fight in the stands instead? Yes, but it was hilarious.
They're fighting in the stands.
The funniest part was this fool right here that was all happy to get a front row seat. He started his day way up in the nosebleeds, and then all of a sudden he's right there like John Anik or something. As far as I know, after doing almost no research at all, it remains unknown why the fight started. But it is pretty strange that this fool looks so happy after just being in a fight. Some people are saying that he got a fat check from George Soros to start the fight. But most people are saying that these fools were just trying to get a piece of that $75,000 fight bonus. I know what you're thinking. Why would Dana White offer $75,000 to the fans?
Dana White privilege.
As far as I'm concerned, the most important thing that needs to be addressed here is why no nonsense Keith Peterson recorded the whole thing and didn't even try to stop it. All of a sudden, that fool hands out early stoppages like Dana White hands out interim titles. But he was just chilling right here. You were off the clock or what? You took an oath, Keith Peterson? And if you didn't take an oath, then this is exactly why refs should take oaths.
'Tis but a scratch.
Jocko Ray's arm break was almost as loud as that one fool at the UFC 261 press conference. But DC wouldn't know because he took off his headphones.
You can see it, Frank. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I'm looking at you right now. DC took his headphones off.
He's always doing stuff like that.
Look at this. I'm not gonna look, Joe. Just tell me.
That supposedly he has a weak stomach. And I think I know why. To be honest, DC's perspective shouldn't matter too much anyway. That fool didn't even know he's supposed to look at the monitor.
You know, you just told me something I didn't know. I thought we had to watch it from the cage.
Well, the angle they're getting at home is the one on your monitor, champ. So that's why
But
you
I'm
see
here.
me watching the monitor.
I'm here. They're home.
But I can't blame DC. This fool right here gets paid a lot of money to watch the fight. And even he didn't want to look. He's gonna have to give Endeavor a refund. I like how him and DC couldn't look. And this other vato's like, hold up, let me grab my other camera real quick. Savage. But Jocko Ray took it like a Tony Ferguson. That fool didn't even flinch. He had that straight poker face. That's that face that I make when Marilena's trying to assassinate my character. But that was nothing compared to the faces people were making during that Barboza knockout.
I didn't even hit you.
At first, I thought he hit him with that dim sum, cause he hadn't even touched him for a few seconds when that fool went down. It was like if he was supposed to take a dive and he forgot. It was so confusing that I decided to break it down for the people at home that couldn't find a working Reddit link. Oh wait, that hurt. Personally, it was the trippiest knockout that I've ever seen. And I could tell that Dana White felt the same way. I haven't seen Dana White react like that since every single time someone asks him about fighter pay. But I know some people are asking, why did Barboza keep hitting him though? Mira, some refs are slow to stop the fight, which I am sometimes thankful for. And Barboza, who really doesn't want another loss right now, was just making that insurance claim real quick. And I feel like he was being respectful about it too, because you could tell that he wasn't really going that hard. Some fools suck even harder in training.
You don't have the power to manipulate reality.
If you ask me, which I think you should. Kaylin Chukagian's taps landed about as hard as those punches. Of course she denies it, but I clearly felt the tap was obvious, especially upon further inspection.
Well, I mean,
a lot of people are coming to her defense and claiming that she was just trying to find her other hand.
It looks like she's trying to find her arms.
But I personally took it upon myself to test this theory. And it's simply scientific. Every time you try to grab your hand without looking, results in success. It's impossible to fail. It's like trying to blink with your eyes open. You would think after living life at least a couple of years, you'd be able to gauge where your hand is. Oh wait, there it is. Plus, she didn't even try to move this one until after she had already tapped. And if she really was having such a hard time finding her hand, then why did she find it so easily all these other times? During the post-fight press conference, she was questioned about whether or not she tapped. And she made this face, which is the universal face of innocence. And that she denied the threat of any submission.
What submission? Yeah, no, you have to have a submission to get a tap. Yeah, so no.
Just wanted to check, but...
Yeah, definitely not.
Right before disrespecting Araujo's jiu-jitsu.
She doesn't really know good jiu-jitsu.
Even though Araujo's a jiu-jitsu black belt. And if it wasn't a submission, then why was she making this face right here? Then she claimed that submissions are only effective if your hands are locked.
No, you have to have your hands locked for... She had her, like, a headlock.
What's that on? What about the homie Randy Brown? Did he have his hands locked? Was that not a submission? I submit to you that Chukagian's taps were almost as hard as this RFID blocking from Pocket Wallet right here. I'm afraid that if we keep letting people get away with stuff like this, it's gonna set a bad precedent in the UFC. But I'm not afraid for the safety of my money because of my Ridge Wallet. But I'm not afraid for the safety of my money because of my Ridge Wallet right here. I might not have 12 cards, and if I try to use these ones, they will probably get declined. But if I wanted to, I could put up to 12 cards in here. I'm looking for co-signers, hit me up. And if you're making that money under the table, like me, then you probably got some loose cash. No problem. It all fits in this slim wallet. The slimmest of the slim. Slimmer than those Slim Shadys. You know how when you're playing Fallout and you can't run because your inventory's full? That's what it's like in real life when you're walking around with one of these. Don't be like this guy. And don't put your wallet in your back pocket or you're gonna look all chueco. Just go to ridge.com and put in the promo code VOTO so you can save 10% off of your Ridge wallet. You could thank me later.
I'm gonna slam you. I'm gonna slam you.
I don't enjoy kicking a man while he's down, you know? I like to watch it, but I don't like doing it. This is 3 strikes for Tony Ferguson. But he said that he's gonna keep going. My Tio Beto wasn't so lucky. If you ask me, Tony has nothing left to prove. He's already proven that he could have never beat Khabib. People think about the wars that he's been through and they consider him a savage, but that's not enough. He gets way too emotional. He spends more time on Instagram than Paige Van Zandt. And as far as I'm concerned, lacks originality.
You got Dana White privilege.
There's only 3 fights that make sense for him right now. Cowboy Cerrone, Michelle Waterson, or Jake Paul. And frankly, I don't like his chances in any of those. The last fight Tony won was against his own student.
I'm gonna slam you like I did my student. I broke his rib.
Which leads me to believe that he's running a McDojo. It's all bad for that fool right now. Dariush absolutely dominated him every second of the match. People are saying that he should quit fighting and go into coaching. But I don't know about that.
Why would you do that to your own student? Because he made me do it.
As much as I dislike Tony Ferguson, I would like to see him go out with the win. Hey Dana, Tony versus Cable, rematch. Make it happen. I still don't like his chances.
I can see the future!
Let me take you back in time real quick. Connor's a boxer now. Dustin doesn't care about fighting. And Khabib is retired. So Charles Oliveira is the next champion.
Do not attempt to adjust the picture.
That's right. January 27th. I called it like 4 months ago. And I know what you're thinking. He's a fake champion. He's number 3 after Poirier and Gaethje. You saw what Poirier did to Gaethje. Gaethje's a rock'em sock'em fighter. Oliveira will most likely submit him. But we know that he could also knock him out. Poirier's not even in love with the game anymore.
I'm not in love with this no more.
He chose a payday with the man who burned his charity over the chance to be champion. But with a real bout this time. Poirier's checked out and Oliveira's hungry. The only person that could actually pose a threat to him right now is that Middle Eastern McDreamy, Beneil Dariush. But that's a story for another day. Oliveira was dominant from the get, and he dropped Chandler with the leg kick that Chris Weidman could only dream of. It went back and forth a little. Oliveira took him down. Chandler got him in a headlock. Oliveira took the back. Chandler slammed it. Then Chandler rocked him. And then Chandler basically controlled on the ground for the rest of the round. And I was feeling nervous. Oliveira, like me, was feeling very thankful that Dan Bergliotta didn't stop it in round 1. He wasn't taking any more chances. Supposedly his homies told him, don't even try coming back to the favela unless you come back with the bout. So we closed it out in the first minute of the second round. Drew first blood on Dana White and then took a victory lap. You can't help but feel happy for him. Even Dan Bergliotta was touched, but no one's gonna touch Oliveira for a while. And then after a few fights, he'll have to face Dariush. And that's when things will get real interesting. If you would like to help me keep making videos, then please consider signing up for my Patreon or YouTube membership, where you could see these extra videos of this character that I came up with right here. Links down below. Thank you for watching Mexican Martial Arts. Appreciate it. Good looking out. Late.